offer the best grooming methods for you. That's all natural and handcrafted too. We wanna help be a swagger, style, class, and luxury. Make our products that are made for you with high quality. Yeah, so get in style with the black, yeah. Company, give you swagger, style, class, and luxury. In luxury, yeah. Black, gentleman, black, yeah. Company, give you swagger, style, class, and luxury. In luxury, yeah.
Located at www.theblackgent.com.
Yo. What's good? It's Stormy B-Man, and I am back. Welcoming you to the post-fight show with Stormy B-Man for this Saturday, August 17th, 2024. And this is the post-fight show for Mbilli versus Derevyanchenko, super middleweights that took place. Fight just wrapped up a few minutes ago from Quebec. And it was a thrilling fight and had a bit of drama, but a little bit different from the type of drama that we expected going in. We were able to see a performance of straight guts by Sergey Derevyanchenko, who pretty much went from the 4th round until the 10th with the torn bicep, and he was unable to really use his left hand after the 4th round. But the fighter put on a tremendous display of heart and courage and desire, because he wanted to finish this fight. He wanted to win the fight. And there were moments where he was doing good with just simply one hand against the very, now it can be seen clearly limited Christian Mbilli. Mbilli is a one-dimensional fighter, but albeit an exciting fighter, a lot in the vein of someone like a Isaac Pitbull Cruz. And he's strong at the middleweight division, but we can see that anyone who would have any semblance of boxing ability, along with being able to punch with any type of effectiveness, they could set this young man up. He is definitely one who may need to be guided in a specific manner going forward if he's going to be fighting the fighters at the top of the division. But he is an all-out action guy. Not much with defense and not much for being able to make adjustments during a fight, contrary to whatever Tim Bradley thought while watching this fight. He fought the same way the entire fight, even showed up to the post-fight in the ring interview right before the decision, holding an ice bag on his right shoulder. I mean, that was kind of on his left shoulder, excuse me. That was kind of like, oh, really? You know, now you're hurt, right? But the real hurt man was Derevyanchenko, who never really showed that even when the fight was over. He just tried to battle through. I hope that this is not his last opportunity. Though he's 38 years of age, he showed us something tonight that could be somewhat of an example to be led by for some of the up-and-coming fighters. We had some young fighters on the undercard this evening, and they could look to his performance to see what it truly means to be a professional. It was a teeter-totter fight. We thought that it would be an action-packed fight, but once his bicep was taken out of play, he was at a tremendous disadvantage, but still fought valiantly and was able to get some work done against Mbilli that I was like, wow, a two-handed fighter could present so much more of a tough challenge for Mbilli. Very interesting, but a respectable performance nonetheless. Let me go to the chat and see who we got in the building this evening. We'll talk about this and the co-main, which was the heavyweight fight between Arslanbek Makhmudov, excuse me, get these guys' names mixed up, and Guido Vianello. So we'll talk about that, and then maybe tomorrow on the call in, we'll talk about the rest of the young fighters. It was a full card. We got a chance to see a lot of fights. This card started, you guys, at 3:40 p.m. Central Time, wherever you are on the time zone. But that just lets you know how long these fights went on, because it's now 11 p.m. and they didn't meet out the decision for the last fight just until the stroke of the hour. So this was something that went on for a while. There was some long intermissions due to a couple of stoppages early, but I'm of the notion that they should just move these fights right along so you don't have to be up all night. You know what I mean? Especially when you're watching on television. But let's see who we got in the building. We got Shawalaya out there saying Shalom Stormy in chat. Sergey is a dog. Shout out to him. Yes. Jimmy Bernard in the building saying, what's good, Sensei? Salute to the chat. 100, 6 times over. Hen Dog, the fearless one, says, oh my God, what a fight. What a fight. Yes, sir. He says, like I said in your video, Sensei, a classic. Yeah. Universal Truth is back with us with those channel emojis. Appreciate you. William Old School is back saying salute. Stormy B Man, peace, my brother. And y'all smash the like button, people, when entering the building. Peace. Shower says, oh, you're talking to William. Steph Brown is in the building saying, be well, Stormy B Man. Salute to our chat family here tonight. God be with you. That was a hard watch. What went wrong? Well, went wrong. I always get a little anxious for the fighter and their families. But a good night of boxing. Main Biker is back saying, good evening, Stormy in chat. What's good with you, Main Biker? Universal Truth says, kind of reminds me of Jean Pascal. Kamara, the Stepping Razor, says, salute to the Sensei and to the chat. Main Biker says, Mbilli still don't impress me. I don't know why I see a stiff jab and an uppercut. He said, cause him problems. Yeah. Adrian Viet is back saying, salute, Sensei. Anthony Bolton is out there saying, salute, Stormy. Right back at you. Hendog says he should talk to Turkey if that's the issue. Steph Brown still talking with somebody in the chat. Okay. And some of you guys are greeting each other. Good to see that. Steph Brown says he's interesting case. I don't know what to think myself. Definitely not a world beater. A smart fighter will beat him, or someone who hits harder or the same will confuse him. Hit the like button, chat family. William says Sergey showed massive heart. You're right, Stormy B Man. These young fighters need to take notes. Hey man, it's something to be said about a performance like what he gave this evening, because even his trainer was trying to give him an out. He respected him enough to let him keep fighting, but he was like, hey, I'm gonna stop it if you're not doing this and doing that, knowing good and well he wasn't gonna stop it unless Sergey gave him a green light to do so. But what a performance of courage and desire by Derevyanchenko. This is a man that they've robbed with decisions in the past, and it's unfortunate that he hasn't had the opportunity to become a world champion out of those circumstances. But he's still a top contender in my eyes. Learn is in the building, says, man, I don't know what leg punches were that effective. He wobbled Mbilli to the thigh. He says, salute, Sensei. William says, learn they both hit each other low, but that leg punch was a you know what. Yep. Isaiah GQ is out there saying, salute, B-Man, and the chat. Steph Brown said, I missed that. Yeah, a little bit. The John Pascasso view of black people outside the states fight barbaric in an interesting way, you know. Listen, this was a fight that could have, without the injury, barring the injury, was going to be an interesting fight, I think, in the second half, because the opening rounds was Mbilli coming out with his aggression, that dogged nature that he has, where he wants to impose himself and get right on top of the opponents. Now, what was interesting is by the end of round 3, which I gave, that was the first round that I gave to Derevyanchenko, Sergey had already put himself in a position to be competitive. He then went on and suffered the injury in the very next round, which I gave him. I gave him 3 rounds in a row. I gave him rounds 3, 4, and 5 because he was competing and he was putting hands on Mbilli, working the body, which was really good, with right hooks to the liver, to the kidneys, and uppercuts. And Mbilli had no head movement. So those uppercuts were very effective. And you could see that the body punches were sapping some of the strength of Mbilli. Very interesting teeter-teet back and forth between the two men. I enjoyed what we were seeing there. But I'll tell you something. This is why it doesn't matter how you start, it matters how you finish. And though the injury came to be a part of the narrative, I could have seen the later rounds, the middle to later rounds, going to Derevyanchenko because Mbilli was wearing down. And even though he was in against a one-handed fighter, he wasn't able to take advantage fully of that aspect. Very interesting stuff that took place here. And my goodness, Tim Bradley, listen, man. I don't enjoy his commentary at all. He's always speaking up on the wrong points. He's always speaking on behalf of the wrong fighter. He's always imposing himself. And he sounds a great deal foolish a lot of the time. A great deal foolish. Maybe that Bravadnikov fight, the injuries from that is still kicking in with him. I don't know. But I'd rather not listen to the guy at all. I really don't like what he has to offer. Hendog says he makes everyone look like they need to go back in the gym. 88 Sports Talk is in the building saying, what's good, Stormy B, man? Fam, what's good with you, bro? Hendog says Derevyanchenko got a godly chin. Yep. Universal also says Tim is the worst. Learn says, Mbilli swings so hard he puts himself in a bad situation with stamina. He tires himself out with his own power. If he was taking damage, he would have been more exhausted. No, Learn, that was right on time. Coming from me. It wasn't out of order, Shower. You on point. Listen, when Shower's making actions around here, you guys take notes, okay? Because she be on top of it. Even though I got a lot of wrenches out here, she's on top of things more than most of you guys. In fact, I might need to take some wrenches from you guys because it's obvious even with the numbers that come in, even with wrenches, you guys don't hit my like button. And I've been paying close attention to that. And I think I will begin to take the wrenches away. But there will be some who will be steadfast, such as Shower, and deservedly so. So it will be something. And I don't want to hear nobody asking me, hey, Stormy, what happened to the wrench? You know, where's my wrench? Where's my like? Huh? Yeah. But you're going to look up one day and you're going to see a change. And that's a guarantee. But back to talking about Mbilli. His stamina was depleted from those body shots that were well placed by Derevyanchenko. He was hooking to the body and he was throwing those uppercuts and he was throwing straight right hands because the left couldn't be used effectively. And I was enjoying it. It was just a matter of having the type of experience that he has, the amateur background experience and his professional experience. This is why I talk about fighters being able to make adjustments. He turned southpaw for a short moment in there. He was doing things to keep himself in the fight. And he didn't just lay down. It was very impressive. Very impressive. Yeah. Yeah, you see that, Shower? But I was on top of that. Yeah. We on the same page. Don't worry about it. See, some people think it's a game, but it's not. It's not. And when you take action, you know, you do it with proper, you know. But yeah, learn Tim Bradley. What a numbskull, huh? What a numbskull that guy is, coming out like he did tonight. See, he does that kind of stuff because he's trying to drum up a sentiment that he cares about the fighters. But he picks and chooses how he does that. And it's never consistent. Last week you saw Lopez get knocked out, head hit the floor, slammed against the floor for a double effect on the man. And even though Bradley wasn't a part of that broadcast, no one spoke about getting proper medical attention to the injured fighter. I talk about it all the time. There's never any oxygen ringside. And they made the man walk back to the dressing room. Turns out that you saw the interview with Leo that they did in between fights. Turns out that they said that he had some kind of a brain bleed. I told you guys, these things happen. And people like Bradley, where are they then? Foolishness. Now, Mbilli, who has a crowd-pleasing style, and I hearkened a similarity between he and Isak Pitbull Cruz. He's just a bigger man. That style will burn out fast, like a candle in the wind. He had an opportunity on this night to box Derevyanchenko to a certain degree and then try to get in his power shots after a while. But see, he tried to just jump on top of the guy right away. And a more experienced, deadlier fighter at 168 will cause him all types of problems. He could possibly have trouble with the likes of Munguia or Berlanga, or even Pacheco. We know that he won't go anywhere near David Morrell or Benavidez. But that crowd-pleasing style will put him in the graces of people because people want to see exchanges. They want to see blows landed and taken. And that's what he'll pretty much give you before packing it in, which is what will definitely happen, because guys like that can pick him apart. Well, see, Shower, he could fight someone like Canelo because Canelo can't get away from him. You saw an aging Derevyanchenko get away from him a lot, even though his legs were failing him. Canelo's legs are in worse shape than Derevyanchenko. Messenger 215, what's good with you? Yeah, Learn, he wasn't that animated with Makhmudov, right? Arslanbek, who was definitely blind in one eye and was in no way, shape, or form going to have a chance against Guido tonight. Guido jumped on that boy like he said something about his mama. But you know what was interesting? After several rounds of that eye swelling shut on him, he all of a sudden found a way to move his head. If he had moved his head like that early in the fight, before he got his eye closed, hey, maybe they would have went longer. But that was, oh man. Guido came in off of his loss to Efe Ajagba. He lost a decision unanimously to Efe Ajagba in a fight where he admittedly was doing well early, but ran out of gas a little bit against Ajagba. I critiqued that he didn't throw enough body shots on Arslanbek because Ajit Kabiel showed that Arslanbek was weak to the body. That's how he stopped him on the Day of Reckoning card back in December. So Guido, who don't know what a body punch is, struggled with the wrestling match that Arslanbek brought him into and everything. And he found that he couldn't miss the shots when he hit him in the head. But if you want to take someone out, you have to be a complete fighter and work the body, bring the punches around the sides, up the middle, and you break them down from the foundation. You don't start cutting a tree at the top. Yeah. Someone was asking who should Guido fight next. Frank Sanchez. How about that? Yeah. Or if you want to play a skins game, put him in against Otto Wallin. How about that? Woo, Stormy. You're about to start a riot. I'm a hell of a matchmaker. I'll put guys in that you don't expect to see. You don't even think about them. And you be like, damn, that is, oh, yeah. Didn't think about that, Stormy. Until it's your guy. Then he's like, I don't like that fight, Stormy. Mm-hmm. Isaiah W., what's good with you, man? There are fighters in this sport, man, that I like to see them die a slow death, and then some I want to see a quick execution. That's just the madman in me, huh? Jay says Johnny Rice rematch. Jay, no, because Johnny Rice is not a disciplined fighter. He hasn't even been training to put himself in position to fight. That dude is like a Walmart staffer who boxes part-time. And so much part-time that, hey, you don't listen, I'm going to help you out with that. Watch when I pull this stat up for you. You ain't going to like it. But this is what I do. I like making you embarrassed when you make such ill suggestions, huh? Now, Guido fought Jonathan Rice in January of 2023. He lost the 7th round TKO due to a bad cut over his eye. Huh? His eye was cut horribly. Now, Rice, his last fight was against Guido in January of 2023. How about that? You see why I say no, Jay? You see why I say no? Because the dude ain't serious. Coming off of a victory like that, he should have been right back in the ring trying to get his name, but no, huh? No. He'd rather be begging you for change under the train station somewhere. Yeah. No, Jay, no. See, you don't get to come out with that easy excuse. We know that there are fighters who fight regularly with long periods between their career. This dude had a career win for himself against a fighter who was higher touted than he, and he ain't fought since. Yeah, Shower, that's the thing to say. That's the thing to say. Because when you say it like that, it makes it seem like somebody's afraid of him. You ain't even heard of him being invited to sparring camps, have you? Of course not. Keep telling you guys. So nobody wants brown rice, huh? People like white rice. Yeah. Look at Jay. Now he want to try to take the conversation. I ain't listening to you, Jay. Huh? I ain't listening because you ain't listening. Huh? So how we going to have a conversation where two people ain't listening to each other? Huh? See how that works? Keep telling you guys, you think I was born yesterday? Man, sit down somewhere. We ain't going that route. Arslanbek is just a big brute. He's not good. He's not strong mentally. He's not skilled. And he's not powerful. He's just a big old. That's all he is. So don't get it twisted because Guido won this one, huh? That's why I said Frank Sanchez. Because listen, we found out in Sanchez's last fight that he don't like it to the body, huh? Oh, he'll box, but when you go to his body, like Cabiel, then he'll check out. And since Guido don't throw no body punches, it may be an interesting fight. You see, this is Stormy B, the matchmaker here. Tell Turk Al-Sheikh to give me a call. Because I'm telling you, Frank Sanchez and Guido, listen, it'll go back and forth, huh? Yeah. Now they could put Arslanbek in there with maybe Francis Ngannou, and it'll be, you know, the battle of the big boys, huh? Because either one of them can get taken out easily. But I'm going to tell you something. They signed up Arslanbek because he looks like a monster. You know, he ain't going to ever win a beauty contest. Ever. Huh? And it's a face even a mother could not love. You understand? But when you put him on that poster opposite of another dude, you be like, damn, who is that guy? Listen. In the 60s, they had this movie about these giant monsters. War of the Gargantuans, huh? That's Arslanbek right there, huh? So if he got a twin out there, you can do a sequel. Yeah. See, I bring the kind of commentary that you don't expect. You understand? We got a lot of people out there, they be watching, peeping through the blinds in the bushes, huh? And sometimes I have to like throw something out there like that. It's like bird poo, huh? When the birds fly over and they yeah, that's hitting them people in the blinds in the bushes. Mm-hmm. Jay says, dude's eye is never gonna be the same. Listen, we're the ones that needed the bad eyes looking at him, huh? It's like, man, what is we looking at? The fee, fi, fo, fum. And they let him keep getting beat up. How many fingers you see? He was like one. It's like, okay, let it go. They just kept sending him out there. I'm like, the dude can't see, y'all. He's taking a battering. Guido was like, I'm finna get my rocks off. Guido if anybody suggested to Guido, hey, take it easy on him. His eyes almost coming out his head. Guido was like, Guido was like, man, I'ma lump that sucker up. Just, totally. He treated his eye like a speed bag. That's right, Steph Brown. He reached back and got his inner cop and treated old boy like a civilian that ran a red light. He might not have no eye no more. They let that sucker get hit so much. I was like, man. I started watching the fight through one eye. I was like, shit. Trying to empathize. Oh, man. What are they doing, man? Look, his eye was so shut. If you had an artist to draw a picture of him, he would just draw him with one eye. There was nothing on the other side. It was like this. There was nothing but an eyebrow right there. That damn corner is wrong as hell for that, man. Sending that man out there like that. But hey, they thought he was a special kind of beast. But Guido should fight someone like Otto Wallin next, or Frank Sanchez. Those are a couple of good opportunities for him. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something. Some of these corner men, I'm telling you, you gotta question them. Some of these guys, they don't want to fight a good opponent. You guys got to bear that in mind. Some of them just kind of want to be able to get a bag and go sit down for a minute. Well, yeah, we'll talk about that. The rest of those undercards and Abdullah Mason on the call-in in the morning, because that young brother there, he needs some more time, and it's starting to get a little late. So I won't visit that this evening, but look forward to it in the morning. PGH Big Dog, what's good with you? Let's hear from my man, the Focus Ball.
Get ready to take your striking game to the next level with the Focus Ball. Dramatically improved footwork, timing, head movement, hand-eye coordination, reflex, and overall fight IQ. It's lightweight and extremely portable, so you can train every time, everywhere. When you don't have a coach to do mitt work, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a heavy bag to hit, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a sparring partner, get yourself a Focus Ball. And when you just want to have fun punching and kicking, get a Focus Ball. When you train with the Focus Ball, you train your eyes and your brain to read punches so that you can hit and not get hit, making this very simple device a must-have for all combat sports athletes and enthusiasts alike. So if you want to take your striking game to the next level, don't wait. Get the Focus Ball now.
Yeah. But Steph Brown says they had him sitting there with Mbilli in the locker room, not instead of having him go get cared. Listen, they don't treat him like a human being. You know, I make jokes about the guy, but it's not funny when you can see how they treat people. But hey, I'm not coming to his rescue. I'm not coming to his rescue. So it is what it is. Marco, what's good with you? Coming in at the end, about to wrap it up. But we'll have something to say again about the rest of the undercard in the morning. But we're going to wrap this up. Want to say shout out to the mighty LDBC. We'll catch you guys on the next one.